Well, welcome back, my friends, to another rousing rendition of Choir Boys Cutlery Outdoors, a tactical, everyday dad, short-faced bear rendition, if you will. Before we get started, there was a time in this country where 22 veterans a day took their own lives. Now that number's going down, but there's a lot of work to do. Anything above zero is unacceptable. Vets, we love you. You have a place here. We back to blue over here. We support Leo. Hey, do that, Scab. Well, we try not to break the damn law best we can. And finally, if you are an addict, never quit quitting. So, we are on a TED, a Tactical Everyday Dad kick. He was gracious enough to send Joe over at Steel Forged and Fire some knives, myself some knives. He came on Blade Talk with us. An awesome dude. Joe did a spectacular job with his review. Go check him out and subscribe. And then he sent these to me. I did the Kermode, and I believe the Kermode XL. Awesome knives. Now, the two that I did were made by Daniel Zugi. This is the short-faced bear. It's in Magna Cut. It was also made by Daniel. Let me tell you something. Daniel is the man. They're all hand-ground. They're all heat-treated in-house. He showed me, Daniel sent me a little sneak peek on Instagram of some that he's sending with Anthony to Blade Show. They are spectacular. Let me give you a couple specs here, guys, and it's worth saying this. I am at least the third, if not fourth person to review these. Kind of that little quick, look at that, son. Look at them moves. Unbelievable. Now, I'm about the third, fourth person to review this, so bear that in mind. Now, this steel is Magna Cut. The blade is 4 inches. The cutting edge is about 3 3/4. Now, I pulled these with a tape. I'm throwing it hard down there, son. The handle's 3 5/8. It is an 1/8 inch thick. It is a modified clip point. I believe it's G10 on the handle scales. I can tell you this is a prototype. There have been a few changes made. We did the Donnie B All-day throw it at the stump test, drop test. Now we're doing the John Peters stab test. Let me just say this. I want to go over a couple things. One, this is a pocket fixed blade. You hear me use that term a lot. I did not coin that phrase, but I love that phrase. Now, I love choppers. Everybody knows that. If I could do choppers and just crazy ass stuff, I'd do it every day. That's not always good for the show, for the channel, because the name of the game is views. We want all the views. You know what I'm saying? Mike 12 Point knows what I'm saying, but back to this. While choppers are my jam, pocket fixed blades are a necessity. I've got to carry it. I sandblast and I powder coat. I'm not destroying my folders. So these I have to review out of necessity. I love them. But when I use that term pocket fixed blade, that's exactly what I mean, guys. I don't carry it on my hip. I don't carry it scalp carry. I carry it in my pocket. So they're going to be smaller knives. I want to make that clear. I don't feel like I've done a good job of that. These handles aren't that long. They're not. Now, I prefer about a 4-inch handle. But I can tell you this. For what I use the knife for work, this handle is exceptional. It's perfect for me. Okay? I've got an extra large maul on my hand and medium-sized fingers. I've said this a lot. I'm built like the world's tallest dwarf. My hands are very, very different, and they're busted up. I don't have to do a lot of modification to use Anthony's knives. I really don't. They're pocket fixed blades. They're work knives. Right here, quick chop. Out of all of them, I think this is my favorite that I've reviewed so far because I love the blade shape. Now here we chopped some 12 gauge wire. We're stripping the wire. That's something I did when I worked at Underground Utility Locating. What I try to do with these pocket fixed blades, guys, is show you stuff I use every single day. And I'm going to ask y'all to stick with me throughout this video. I tried to cut a lot of the bullshit out and just get working stuff. All work. Now this is 2-inch high pressure hose, air hose. And you see the knife handling it very, very well there. So, just like the Grizzlar performed exceptionally well, the short-faced bear performed exceptionally well. Now, that stuff right there is probably a 1/4 inch thick, guys. It really, really is. So bear that in mind when we're doing this cutting. The knife handled well. And I do this kind of stuff every day. We have to change out hoses. We have to change out fittings. We have to do all that kind of stuff. So what I'm showing you in these tests is, and demonstrations, is things that I do. Now, I was going to just show you the cutting part. Now right here, we did a couple quick stabs. Got about a 1/4 inch penetration. Pretty good penetration there. And then I moved up to the top. Right up here, I'd already made a little slit just so I could show you how this knife cut. And again, guys, I'm the 3rd or the 4th person who reviewed this knife. Nothing to my knowledge has been done with this edge. I've done nothing to the edge. I didn't even strop it. Trying to get a bunch of these reviews done, I just pulled it out and it went to work. And that's a little heavier duty tire. We're going to cut those steel belted tires, guys. And here's this sandblast hose. Now again, the knife performs exceptionally well. I actually have to cut sandblast hose probably once, twice a month. It gets wore out. That aggregate just eats it up, and I have to move my nozzle, my dead man, several times. So that is an actual application I need my knife to perform. And that stuff is super thick. Now that was just cutting some mule tape. Now, here's that 2-inch toe strap. We're going to check the tip right here. And I'm telling you guys, sharp as a razor. I don't know what the hell happened there. But right here, it went straight through that. Right here, we're going to scribe this stick. And then we're going to do our stuff where we just do some small fine task, all right? We scribe the stick, and then we make some feather sticks, make a little punji type stick. Now, this was a segment that I was going to speed up. Now I thought, no, this is something that some of the bushcraft guys might need or might use. The knife, to me, handled very, very well. It was comfortable in hand. I didn't find any hot spots. We did some hard downward stabs, guys. Now, right there, I wasn't trying to break it as much as I just wanted to make sure I had a little bit left so that when we do this part right here, I could have a stop point, okay? And the knife, again, now, one thing I do want to mention, it has jimping in 2 places on the back that you can use. I usually put my thumb to the back when I'm doing woodworking type stuff. It does have a slight sharpening choil there. And again, I think the handle scales are G10, but I can tell you, with the short face bear offerings that are coming or that's been made, there's all kind of options out there, all right? Now, Daniel Zugi to me, has done Magna Cut masterfully. I've just got to say, this is the 3rd knife that I've used of his in Magna Cut that we've had no chipping, no rolling, no damage whatsoever. None, son. And if we did, I'd show you. I mean, my job is to review the knife, see if it works. It damn sure works. And if there's anything I feel like if I can pass along, I'm going to. But honest to God, the build of this knife is freaking phenomenal. And you can see right here, guys, I don't even have to put my damn thumb on the back of the thing. I don't have to add pressure. That's what I'm saying. Now, I brought the handle size up because there are certain ways that I shoot it that I think sometimes makes these knives look a little bigger. These are not big knives, and I do want to bring that up. But again, for work, it suits my needs. This is an absolute beast, and I'm not lying, of a work knife. The Grizzlar, beast of a work knife. Plus, what you're seeing me use is prototypes. I think they've made some slight changes. And shout out to Tactical Everyday Dad, to his channel. He's got a great channel. Go check him out. Check out Daniel Zugi Knives on Instagram. Both awesome, awesome guys. And right here, guys, we're just doing a little woodworking, making some slight feather sticks, getting some little slivers of wood. And right here, guys, right here, we're going to process up a little bit of wood. Now, the last minute and a half I'm going to use for shout outs. But I wanted to explain right here. I used my Bam Bam stick. We did a little batoning. I did this batoning as much to just test the knife build as anything. Did it loosen up the handles? No. Did it do any damage to the blade? No. Right here, we're slamming it down. And again, testing that edge, testing those handles, seeing if there's any shock. Honestly, it's one of my favorites. I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't feel any shock. The knife performed exceptionally well. Now, here in a second, I'm going to move it from there. We're going to go to the other end of the wood because this is as much to test the edge, the tip, the handle scales as anything. And I didn't speed up this part either. I wanted to leave it in. I wanted to show you a little hard use, a little, you know, I don't think it's abuse. I think it's hard use. If you're in a spot, if you're in the woods, to me, I always carry a pocket fixed blade, even on the weekends. If we go hiking, go on an adventure, I always have a pocket fixed blade, even when I carry a folder. I make sure I have at least one. You don't know the situation you're going to be in, and I want a knife that could be a catch-all if needed. This knife, to me, fits the bill. I think Anthony's onto something with his designs. I think for some of his first designs, he's absolutely killing it. I think he's picking the right knife makers. I think the whole thing is coming together for him. And go see the dude at Blade. And somebody can say, Scab, you said you're not QVC. I'm not. But if I can help somebody in this community, I'm damn sure going to. And I believe in this dude. I believe in Daniel. I believe in Hephaestus. I believe in the guys he's using. All right? This is the 4th or 5th knife I've demonstrated of his, and they're badass. Now, let's go on to our shout-outs. Tactical Everyday Dad, awesome dude. Check out his channel. Joe, Steel Force and Fire Sword and Knife. Blade Talk with Scab and Joe, my other channel. Please, we're going to get that fired back up as soon as Joseph comes off of the overtime. He's killing it right now. But Blade Talk with Scab and Joe. Then my brother from another mother, Donnie B All-day. Good friend of mine, great channel, great designer, awesome dude. He's trying to get to 10,000. Let's get him there. Then Eric Husyan, Karl Ruedger, 2 awesome brothers in the blade. Now, I haven't checked out Freedom Frog gear yet. When he gets to 200, we got some knives. Brandon Thrasher's got a knives going out. Shout out to Birdman. He said, hey man, I'm in. I'll help out the community anyway. So shout out to him. Guys, check these guys out. Please check my description out. I got a lot of links there to a lot of great folks, not just the ones I named. Check them out. Now, what we're doing here is just wearing down the blade. All right. Cutting cardboard. I've told y'all a million times I'm a terrible paper cutter. I may be a worse cardboard cutter. This is what I always say, guys. Use your stuff. Honestly, because I get out there and I start doing these demonstrations and I think, I got to do this more. Get the right angle, right edge, all that. But all I'm trying to do right here is wear down the edge. We're going to walk inside. We're going to do our paper test and end this thing like we started this thing. Overall, man, just to me, I love this thing. But again, I'm carrying pocket fixed blades every day of my life. Now, right here. Is it as sharp as when we started? Nah. Did it hold an edge pretty well? You're damn right it did. And we cut, think about all the stuff we cut, man. This is an impressive build, an impressive design. It is the short-faced bear. Reach out to Tactical Everyday Dad. Reach out to Anthony. If you're interested, see him at Blade Show. I'm Scab. You're not. And my boy Mikey says it best. Everything's going to be all right. I'm gone, son.